What is good, guys? This is Arrow94 and this is not a Transformer review. We are here with the Master Grade 1/100 scale H2 normal by Daban model, the transformable Gundam piloted by Asimo Asuna in the anime series Gundam Age. This model kit packs with a unique design, given with wings onto the shoulders, bulkier yet somehow sleek proportions, dominant blue and white color scheme, and a really weird backpack. The Gundam markers that I used are silver and gold only, which are seen onto the cheeks and to the head vulcans, the elbow joints, the knee joints, silver also onto the back here that is quite loose onto this part, and some gold onto this part and this part. And for the stickers, of course onto the forehead camera, the eyes, and of course some silver sticker that is supposed to stick onto the A symbol, which is called asshole, I mean age. To be honest, I thought this kit would tower over Master Grades, but it only has a realistic height over 18 meters. Don't be fooled with his different proportions compared to other kits. This one is not really that big. For the articulation, of course, the head goes up, that far only down, that far, tilting a little bit, rotation, no chicken neck, and no shanene. And of course, for the wing binders, they can swivel like this, so I will move them first. And as you can see, they have swivels and they are attached on polycaps. And of course, onto the front, let me just remove them. And for the back, I don't need to remove them that much. They have a swivel here. They can swing out like that far only. And for the arms, of course, they have a popping out mechanism, but it is for the transformation, by the way. It can rotate, bicep swivel, of course it can go out like that, and this flap moves on its own. Of course, for Master Grade it has a double jointed elbow, and surprisingly they have another joint here, a wrist joint that swivels around, and of course ball joints onto the wrist. And of course they have a hinge mechanism that I really love, and for some reason you can also rotate it. Of course for the thumb it is on a ball joint with a bend here also, and interchangeable hands. For the torso, it is pretty limited because of the transformation again. It can only do like that. You can do 360, a little bit of crunching mechanism here, nothing side to side. And for the lower body, of course, you can have a ball joint here onto the front skirt that can almost go around anywhere, but it's not really loose. And ball joints onto the side skirts, of course, and also a hinge onto this part where you can move it out. But I'm not gonna do that because it's just for the articulation and not for the transformation. And the polycap hinge inside onto the back skirt here, so it can go out like that, in like that. And of course, ball joints onto the side for the beam saber hilts. For the legs, of course, it can go out like that, back that far. Of course, can go out for full splits. It has a thigh cut here, thigh swivel, but it's quite tight, and a really awkward knee joint here because this one is kind of out of place. And as I've tried to move it back, weird joints are popping out everywhere like this, but of course for the transformation. For this part, the ankle guard can swivel out like that and hinge there. Of course, the toe can go down like that. Side to side pivots, of course, rotation if you do so. Since this is a transformable kit, some parts of it will suffer, especially onto the legs. But surprisingly, it doesn't have any falling or at least flimsy parts. On to the accessories, and this one packs with a few. Given with a simple plate shield, 2 beam sabers, a lot of interchangeable hands, and a hyper dodge rifle. The rifle simply clamps onto the wrist of H2 normal, just like from the 00 Gundam series, and the shield can be positioned on its back, sides, or even to the front. Before I end this one, I really wish not to transform this guy, but for you guys, I'll show a quick one. And if I'm not wrong, this is the Strider form. The Strider form is good, but if they are trying to hide the Gundam's parts, they are not doing a good job. And since this is a knockoff brand, some parts just won't stick together, such as the hands that should hold onto the back of the knees. If you're gonna ask me what are the parts that are visible onto the Gundam, you can see that he is just holding his back of the knees. He is just holding the back of his knees, and you can see his head just hanging over there, just being covered by the Hyper Duds rifle. And of course, these are the legs, and this is the back skirt. And nothing's really hidden, and if they are really trying to hide the Gundam parts, they are not really doing a good job. But overall, this one is really good. Overall, this kit is good. Usually from a transforming model kit, a lot of parts will fall and be flimsy everywhere. In its Gundam form, it is a very solid kit. On to the Strider form, now that's a different story. A lot in that form will be very flimsy and not stand well. And I really don't like the Gundam parts being visible. It just ruins the looks of the jet, unlike from a Transformer. Well, you can't blame them since this is a model kit. If you're asking me, I'm never gonna transform this guy into the Strider form unless you are a fan of that. So that's it guys, I hope this review helped a lot. And you notice that I am too lazy to put him back into the Gundam form. So if you want more unboxings, work in progresses, and reviews, go like and subscribe. Peace!